Okay, guys, shall we start our class?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So in our last class, we have seen how to launch Windows instances and how to launch Linux instances. Those we have seen in our previous classes, right? Now you know how to launch Windows instance and Linux instance. So mainly you should know how to launch Linux because that's what we are going to use mostly in our DevOps classes. Okay, fine. Now what we'll do today, we are going to discuss WebServer. Okay, WebServer. Let's see how it is going to work. What we'll do today, we'll create our own WebServer. So before we start that, first you must know what is WebServer. Okay. See, this is my laptop. Okay. When I type Google in my laptop, here you can see when I type Google, immediately I can see Google page, correct? When I type IRCTC, immediately it is showing IRCTC website, right? Suppose if I type online SBI, it is showing SBI page, right? SBI net banking and all. So what is happening at backend? At backend here, this is assume that IRCTC server located at their location. This is SBI Bank. This is Google server. So when I type here IRCTC, my request is going to that IRCTC server, loading the page, and response is coming back. That's why I can able to see IRCTC. When I type SBI, my request is going to SBI server, loading the page, response is coming. My request is going, loading that web page, website, response is coming. Then I can see SBI. Same thing happening with Google also. Okay. That's what actually happened. Okay. Now, you are accessing that website, correct or not? Website. What you can see, this is website. So this website you are getting from where? These servers, their servers. You can say IRCTC server, SBI server, Google server. So these are their servers in which that website is actually located, correct? So since this server is having website in it, that's why we call these servers as web servers. We call them as web servers. Understand? Web servers. So today what we do, first, today we'll create our own web server, our own web server. Now, you take any website, you can see here so many pages, correct? You can see trains, you can see buses option. When I click this one, it is taking me to one more page, correct? Say when I click on flights, it is taking me to one more page. So these we call web pages. Each page we call web page. So each option is backend linked with each web page. I'm repeating. Each option is associated with one web page. So those backend pages also, you can see some options. When you click this one again, see, it will take me to one more web page. That means, so this IRCTC contains hundreds of web pages. Hundreds of web pages. Okay. Like you can see, so many web pages are there. So many. Now, when you type IRCTC, what you can see on the screen, this is what we call home page. Okay, home page. So assume that this is my home page. Now in home page, we have given so many options. For example, this A, B, C. You can see A, B, C. I have given one option, and this page I connected to this. This option I connected to respective page. This option I connected to respective page. This I connected to respective page. Like some, you can see X, Y, Z. Assume that I mentioned X. So connected to this page. In this X, assume that I have given one option Y, and this I connected to here. So when I click this one, it will take me to that page. Suppose here Z is a, when I click that will go to that page. So all these pages are connected to each other. So all this mainly connected to your home page. So when you click on A, it will take you to respective backend page. When I click on X, it will take me to respective page. That is so. So all these individual pages, we call web pages, and group of all these web pages, we call website or web application. Either you can call website or web application. Okay. The server in which you keep all these things, the server in which you keep all this entire website, that server we call WebServer. That server we call WebServer. Now assume that this is my laptop. So this server is having one IP address, IPR DNS. Right? Assume that this server name is some, assume this IRCTC server. The IRCTC web server is having IP address. So if you use that either IP or DNS, if you use that IP or DNS in your laptop, in your type here, IP or DNS. So DNS name is that irctc.co.in is right. That is what we call DNS name. In place of that, we can use IP address also. When I type, the request from my laptop will go to that server, will load this entire website. The response is coming back. Now this entire website, which is there in IRCTC server, that I can able to see here. Okay, that is what actually happening. Understood? That's what. Now, so as I said, what today we are going to do? Today we are going to create our own web server. That means we will launch one server. Inside, we will create our own website, or we'll keep multiple web pages. Combined, we call website. We call right. So we'll keep our own website. Okay, our own website. That means it will become my web server. Correct. So if I give this server's IP address to you, IP address or DNS name, then you can able to access my website. Got it? But you can't directly just keep website in any server. No, that is not possible. If you want to keep any website, first you have to install one package. You have to install one package. That is what we call web package. So after installing web package, actually in Windows we call software, in Linux we call package. After installing web package only, you can keep web page, or you can call website. Okay, let's take it. It's a file having some content. That's what we call web page. It's a file having some content. So directly you can't put the file. First you have to install web package, or you can call software. After that only you can keep the file. Then also it won't work. Why? Because you have to start service. Suppose you purchase one laptop. Can you use it? No, you have to start. Then only you can use it. Correct or not? You have to start this one. The web service. What is the service? Web service should run continuously. Then only you can able to access. Got it? That is how it is going to work. So 3 things you have to do. You have to install web package. Then only you can create a file and you can put the content. Then after that you need to start service. Then if you give this IP address or DNS to your customers or anyone, when they type in their laptops, the request will come to my web server, load the page, response will go. Then whatever content I kept in my file, web page, that they can able to see here. Got it? So this server is right. This server could be Windows or Linux. Any server, that's fine. Irrespective of underlying operating system, it could have Windows OS or Linux OS. Okay, you take any server, but mainly you have to do three things. You have to install web package, you have to create a file, you have to put some content, then you have to start service. Three things. That's it. Your website, web server will be ready. Okay. Suppose, see, you might have a database server, database. So what we do, instead of installing web package, we can install a database package. That will become database server. Don't worry about the database as of now. That part you will understand later on. Today, focus only on web server. Got it? Okay. So today we are going to do four things actually. What are those four things? First, we are going to launch one instance. You can do it either Windows or Linux. Okay, let's go with Linux. Later on, I will show you on Windows also. Then after, we are going to install web package. Okay, web package. Then we are going to create one file. We'll put some content. This is what customers can see, whatever content you keep. And fourth one, we are going to start. Sorry, just we are going to do fourth. That's it. Your web server will be ready. Got it? So let's do it, guys. All four we'll do one by one. Now in these four, you know already the first one. How to launch Linux instance, already you know. Already we covered in our previous classes, right? So let's quickly do it all these things. Okay. So guys, you understood what we are trying to do now? Please respond. You understood what I've explained so far?
Yes.
Everyone, clearly?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
okay, fine. So yeah, let's do it now. Let's do it.
What?
So first I'm going to launch one instance. Okay. Go to your AWS account. So I hope you have created your accounts, right? Sign into the console. Yeah. So I logged into my account. Actually, my account username password already stored. That's why, straight away I logged in. It did not ask for credentials. Okay. Now what we'll do, see, I'm in Mumbai region. You choose any region, that is up to you. I have selected Mumbai. Here you can see any region, that's up to you. Now go to services and you can see EC2. Okay. Now here, click here, EC2 dashboard. You can see here I have one Keypair, two security groups. Let me delete all. These are my previous classes related to the previous classes. Let me delete these things so that I can show you from the scratch. So you can't delete default one. This will be there by default. Even if you try hard, you can't delete. Okay, let me delete others. So here you can delete. Even if you don't delete, that's still fine. Just to avoid confusion, I'm deleting all these things. Okay, done. Okay. So I'm going to launch one Linux instance. That already you know, right? Click here, launch instance. Yeah, you choose any Linux. I'll choose Amazon Linux. T2 micro, that is fine. 1 CPU core, 1 GB RAM we are getting. Then number of instances, one is enough for today. Next. Hard disk, 8 GB is fine. Next. Then give any name to this, instance. I'll give my Linux, whatever name, that's up to you. Next. Now let's create any security group here. Yeah, already whatever port that we need to open, already they are giving SH. Okay, so whatever port that we need, already they are giving SH. So here we need not do anything. But optionally, what you can do, if you want here, you can give any name, any description. That's optional, not mandatory. That's why in previous classes we did not give any name and description. What I'll do, I'll give Linux security group. You can give any description. I'll give same description. That's up to you. So as I said, why are we calling this one a security group? These ports are dealing with security. These ports are dealing with security. So later on, we are going to group many ports. We are going to group many ports. So group of ports dealing with security, that's why we call this one a security group. Got it? Understood? Yeah. Okay. Now, review and launch. and just verify all these things. If everything is fine, then click on launch. Okay. Now here, let me create a new Keypair. So in upcoming class, I'll show you how to make it of existing Keypairs. Today I'm creating a new Keypair. What is today's date? 13th, right? 13th October. Whatever name that you want, you can give, that's up to you. So here you can say download Keypair. Now scroll down and launch instance. You can say your instance ID and scroll down and view instances. Yeah, that's it. Your instance is ready and you got a key, that file we call key, or you can call Keypair. Okay. 13october.pem. That's the extension. PEM is the extension by default that we have. Okay. Now just give 2 to 3 minutes so that your instance will be ready. Now what we'll do, let's try to access this instance. Okay. I told you that there are total 3 ways through which we can access Linux instances. Correct. The first way is by using browser. Anyways, that already you know, already we have seen. Second way is putty and puttygen. This some of you know, some of you don't know. That's why today I'm going to show you this one, putty puttygen. In upcoming classes, we are going to see the third way also, that is mobile extern. Mobile extern. Okay. So today I'm going to show you, already you know this browser one we covered. Putty puttygen, that I'm going to show you. So if you, some of you know this one, if you know, that is fine, no problem. Those who don't know, I'm going to explain this one, how to use putty and puttygen. Okay. Now, see here, observe carefully everyone. This is my Linux instance. So where it is running? It is running in Mumbai, correct? Already we have open ports, SSH, right? This is my laptop, which is in Pune. Right now I'm in Pune. Now I need to access my Linux instance, which is running in Mumbai. Okay, I need to access. So how we are going to do it? See, this Linux instance is having 3 things: DNS or IP address, username, okay, and password. Not password actually. This is one key. Okay. Key file. Windows will have password. Okay, just remember this one. It is having DNS name or IP address, username, and key. So these things we have to enter here. You remember, right? The Windows, the way we access Windows, it's kind of similar. Okay. So what I need to do, I need to enter these Linux instance credentials. I need to enter into my laptop. Okay. So we got one PEM key, right? You know, 13th October PEM key that we downloaded. Okay. First, I'm going to enter DNS name of my Linux instance. Then I'm going to enter username and C. Now we are going to enter key. They are giving PEM key. We are going to use the same key, but we'll convert the format of that key. I'm repeating. We got PEM key, right? We are going to use the same key. Just we are going to convert the format of that key. So we are going to use .ppk. I'll tell you why we are converting the format. Now you might be thinking, Sai, in Windows you converted PEM to password. Now here you are converting PEM to ppk. So where we use PEM file as it is. That in upcoming classes you'll understand. Okay. So today we are going to convert PEM to ppk. I'll tell you why. What is ppk? So where you are going to enter all these details, these you are going to enter in one tool called putty. Putty is a tool in which you enter these details. Ppk means putty private key. Putty is private key. Okay, putty is private key. So putty supports ppk format. The way remote desktop application, RDP, remote desktop connection application, it supports password. In the same manner, this tool supports ppk. So that's why we need to convert PEM to ppk. Got it? Now, how to convert? To convert, AWS is not giving any option. So for that's right, to convert this one, we need to use one more tool, that is Puttygen. We have to use one more tool called Puttygen. So today we need two external tools. What are those? One is Putty and the one is Puttygen. So Puttygen tool we use to convert PEM to PPK. Okay. Putty tool we use in which we enter DNS name, username, Ppk file. Then you can able to access your instance. That is how it is going to work. Okay. So let's do it. Let's download these two tools, Putty and Puttygen. Now go to Google. Here you just type here Putty and Puttygen. Putty and Puttygen. Enter. So when you type, you can see the first website, right? chiark.greenend.org.uk. Right? Blindly go to the first one. Just select that first website. And if you scroll down, yeah, here you can see putty.exe, puttygen.exe, right? What do you do? Just click on the first one, 64-bit x86. Just click that. Don't worry, x86, ARM and all, we are going to see later on. So just click this one, these two, so that these two tools will be downloaded. Let me show you. So just one click. If you click here, Putty tool will be downloaded. You can see. Got it? And scroll down and you can see Puttygen. Just click here. That's it. We downloaded these two tools. That's it. Now go to that location where you downloaded. Yeah, you can see these tools are in my downloads. Let me keep in my desktop. Okay. These are the tools which I have downloaded. Now, no need to install. These are lightweight tools. Just you have to download, you have to use it. Nothing to install here. Okay. Now, what we are going to do? First, we are going to use Puttygen. We are going to open Puttygen. We are going to upload the PEM file, whatever they have given. That we are going to convert into PPK. Got it? So let's do it. Open Puttygen. What is this? Okay, fine. I have opened Puttygen. See here. There is a file in my downloads. What is that file? 13 October. The name we have given to the PEM file. 13 October.pem. So this file right now it is there in my downloads folder. Correct? Let me show you downloads. You can see 13th October. This is a PEM file that we downloaded. Correct? That already you know. Now this file is having some content. Correct? If you want, you can open that file. Just open it up. It is just a file having some content. Correct? Now, what we'll do? So open Puttygen tool. We are going to upload this PEM file. We are going to upload. So here you can see. Let me do it again. Puttygen, right? Open it up. Yeah, here you can see two options: generate and load. We are not going to generate any key. We are going to load existing PEM key that we are going to convert into PPK. So click on load. Click here, load. When you click on load, yes, just load that file that is in my downloads folder. Sometimes you don't find that file here. So what you do here, make it all files. Then you can see that file. You can see 13th October.pem, right? Just open. Now what they're saying here, save private key. You can see you need to use the save private key command to save it in Putty's own format. They are saying that, hey, Sai, you need to click on save private key command. Okay, just click here. Why? Because it is Putty's private key. Putty's private key. So here you can see, don't click on public key. It's a private key, Putty's private key, PPK. So click on private key. Now you're asking, are you sure you want to save this key without a fast trace to protect it? I'll tell you. See, we have uploaded this PEM file. From that, we are going to convert into Ppk file. So when you convert, it will take the copy and it will convert. Okay, it will take. So after converting, I'll place this one in my desktop. You can keep anywhere. You can give any name. I'll use same name also. Same name. I'm going to convert into ppk. Now, after converting, do you want to protect this file with any extra fast phrase? Fast phrase, or you can call password. So do you want to protect this ppk file with any extra protection with fast phrase or password? You can use any of those. No, I don't want any extra fast phrases. Okay. Why we need extra protection? So that no one should open that file. But as of now, I don't need any extra protections. That's why I need to click on yes. Yes means see. Are you sure you want to save this key without a fast phrase? Yes, I want to save this key without a fast phrase. Yes. That means here I said that I don't want any extra protections. Now, where do you want to save this file? Okay, in my desktop. And what name you want to give? You can give any name. I'll give 13 October. Any name, that's up to you. Okay, now save and close. That's it. See, 13th October, you can see properties, ppk file, right? Yeah. So this is that file. So you converted pen to ppk. Okay. So what we do now, I'm going to use this file to access my instance. So how to do it? Simple. Open putty tool, in which we are going to enter DNS name, username, and that converted ppk file. Here you can see putty tool, right? Open it up. Yeah. Now here you can see host name or IP address, right? Now just click that instance, select, and here you can see one option called connect, right? Connect. Just click on that. Now make sure you are selecting SSH client, secure shell client. Under example box, you can see. Under example, you can see this is username, EC2-user. This is username, @ this is DNS name. Okay, it is username. This is DNS name. So what we do, let's copy both in one go. Username @ DNS name. Just copy. Now open putty, here you enter this. So in one go, I have entered username and DNS name both. Correct? Username and DNS name. Only thing I need to upload is ppk file. Correct? So that is already there in my desktop, right? Let's upload the ppk file. So here you can see SSH, right? What you do, you click on that plus symbol. Click on that plus symbol. Don't click on SH, click on that plus symbol, right? That will be expanded. Now here you can see AUTH authentication. Now don't click on plus, you click on authentication, AUTH. Click on authentication. Now browse for that ppk file, which is there in your desktop. You can see. Now open, and that's it. Open. It is asking for some security certificates and all. Just click here, accept. That's it. You are inside your Linux instance. Simple. Okay. So this is how we access by using putty. You might be having those. In previous class we have seen through browser, and that's pretty easy. But putty, it's a bit tough, converting key, putty using these tools and all. Even though it's tough, but it is user friendly. Here you can increase the font, you can decrease the font, you can change colors and all, and number of facilities you get. But through browser, you won't get all those facilities. That's why in companies, mostly we are using putty, or third way I'm going to explain it, mobile extra, that we are using. Browser and all, we are not using much. Got it? But you should know, that's why I have explained. Okay, right now I logged into my Linux instance. Suppose if you want to log in again, simple. Let me close it. I have closed. I want to log in. I want to log in now. What do you do? Simple. Open putty. Here, you get your DNS name, username. Just copy. Paste here. Then SH. Authentication. Already you converted the file, right? So get that PEM file. Sorry, ppk. Okay. Open and open. That's it. That is it. Yeah, so I hope you understood it, every one of you. Guys, please respond. You understood, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You will get detailed document. Don't worry, today you'll get. Just you practice. Okay.
Sir, Eknath here.
Eknath, can
Yes.
I take
no.
doubts at the end of class?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
No problem, no problem. Okay, so now the first step is over, guys. We launch an instance. Now we have to install package, web package. So what we do, I'm going to run some Linux commands. Anyways, I'm going to explain very, very clearly now. Even if you don't understand, that's fine, no problem at all. Because after AWS, I'm going to explain each and every Linux command in an in-depth, detailed manner. As of now, I need to show you that how they create websites and all web servers. That's why I'm going to run some commands. I will explain clearly, try to understand. Even if you are not understanding, don't worry. Because when I explain Linux, that time you'll understand very, very clearly. Got it? Okay. So let me get those commands first. Let me keep these side by side. Just 1 minute. Okay. Guys, can you see these commands? One second. Okay. So please respond, guys. Can you see these comments right side in my notepad? These comments?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can see, right?
Sai, sorry if you don't mind. Can you
Yeah, please.
enable the chat so that later on you can?
Oh yeah. You want me to paste in chartboard?
Yes, that will be great.
Anyways, I'm going to share the document.
Yeah, sure.
And one more thing,
in
guys,
case if
one more thing, you don't practice now. First, listen the class. Okay, if you practice now, definitely you'll get errors. You'll miss some important points and all. I want you to first listen the class. Later on, you can practice. Okay, now don't practice. Just listen the class. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. I'll be sharing all these things. Right. So coming to these commands. See, guys, I'm going to run just these commands. Okay, one by one, I'll explain all these commands. The first one. See, in Windows, if you want to perform anything, if you want to do any action, you need to be an administrator, correct? If you don't do as an administrator, then sometimes it throws error in Windows. You might have observed, hey, to perform this action, you need to be an administrator, right? These kind of errors you might have observed, right? So in Windows, administrator can do anything. In the same manner, in Linux, root user can do anything. In Windows, we call administrator. In Linux, we call root user. Okay. So their admin can do anything. Here, root user can do anything. But see, I logged into this machine as a normal user, EC2 user, as a normal user. But to perform some actions, to install web package, to create file and all, I need to be a root user so that I won't get any permission issues. So what we'll do, let's switch to root user. How to switch? Sudo minus. These are command. Okay. Super user do switch user. Okay. Super user in the sense root user. So whatever super user can do, switch me to that user. That is what sudo. That means I'm saying that, hey, make me root user. Simple. Now press enter. Yes. Now see, you became root user. Now you can do whatever you want without any permission issues. Okay. Second thing, what they are saying here, 3 packages needed security out of 15 something. Run so-and-so command to apply all updates. That's what they are saying, right? In Windows, generally, whenever Microsoft company releases any updates, your Windows laptop will pull updates automatically, correct? You might have observed when you try to restart sometimes here. Okay, here it shows that update and shutdown, update and restart. You might have observed those options. So your Windows laptop will pull those updates which are released by Microsoft company automatically. But that is not the case with your Linux. So what you have to do, whenever Amazon company releases any updates, okay, so it will display something like this. That time you have to run this command so that all updates, whatever pending updates are there, package, those will be updated. Okay, pending updates. Okay, could be any update related to that operating system. See, in WhatsApp, Facebook and all, every now and then you get updates continuously, correct or not, whenever those company releases. So that's here also same. Now what we do, which command I need to run? Just sudo yum update. This is a command. See, already we became root user, so you need not to type sudo. I'll talk about sudo later on in annex classes. So you just run this command, yum update. You can see yum update. That's what they're asking to run, right? But why I'm mentioning -5 here? See, when I press enter while taking updates, somewhere in between it will stop and it will wait for your permission. That, hey Sai, you want me to proceed? If you want me to proceed, press Y. That's why it will stop and it will ask your permission. But I don't want it should wait for my permission. I want it should take updates continuously without any permission. Okay, it should not wait for my permission. So that's why here itself I'm giving Y. Let me show. See, I'm not giving any Y. Type here yum update, press enter. Yeah, you can see. What is this? Sorry. Okay, I'm one second. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. Just let me press enter. See, when I press enter, see it is asking, hey, you want me to continue or not? Okay, if you want me to continue, press Y. So I have to press Y and press enter. So in between, during runtime, it was asking for my permission. It was waiting for my permission. But I don't want it should wait for my permission. So in that case, what you do, at the end of that command, directly you can give yum update -1 at the end of that command so that it won't wait for your permission. That's all. Yes, see here, it took all updates. Okay, it took all updates. Fine. Now what's the next one? See, I have executed first two commands. Then what's the next command? Next command is, see, three things we are going to do. First, we are going to install package. Then we are going to create a file. We are going to put some content. Then we are going to start service. Three things. So let's install package first. The web package name in Linux, that is HTTPD. HTTPD. Don't get confused with HTTP and HTTPS. No, those are ports. Those we are going to discuss in today's class only. But these are package name HTTPD, HTTP, HTTPS. These are ports, just like RDPSH. But this is a package name D. Remember that. Okay. Yeah. So now let's install that package. How to install? Simple. Yum install HTTPD message. See, yum command we use to deal with the packages, updates, and all. Okay, in Linux class, I'll explain clearly what is exactly that yum means and where we use. As of now, you remember, this we use to deal with packages, updates, and all. Okay. So I hope you can see it, right? If you don't see, no problem. You can type Control L to clear the screen. Let me show you. See here. Can you see this one, bottom line? Please respond, guys. This one. If I type any command here, can you?
Yes,
can you
yes,
see?
yes.
Okay, so then it's fine. Yeah. So let me install package. If you want to install, the command is yum install. Yum command we deal with packages and we are installing. What we are installing? HTTPD. And yes, it should not wait for my permission. That's why I'm giving -1 here. It's now press enter. That's it. Successfully, we have installed HTTPD package. Okay. Now we can create a file. We can put some content. Okay. In Windows, when in Windows, in C drive, by default, you'll get one folder called program files. When you install your operating system, you'll get some folders like, program files, Windows, users, program files x86, system 32. Some folders you get by default, correct, with your operating system. In the same manner, in Linux also, by default, you'll get some folders. But in Linux, we call them as directories. In Windows, we call folders. In Linux, we call them as directories. Okay. So there is one such directory called var. That will be there by default in your Linux operating system. By default, it will be an empty directory. After installing web package, that is HTTP, after installing, 2 directories will be created inside var directory by default, one inside another. So what are those 2 directories here? One is www, one is HTML. These 2 will be created after installing this package. So right now already I have installed package. That means already I have this directory set up. Got it? Then now what we do, see right now we are somewhere outside. I'm somewhere outside. So we need to go inside this directory, inside var www HTML. I'll tell you why we need to do it. Let's go inside this directory, cd. cd means change directory, var www HTML. Enter. So I entered inside this directory, you can see. Right? So right now I'm here inside. Inside you create any file. You create any file, you give any name to that file, you put whatever content that you want, whatever, any content. So let me put I'll give as my Google. Whatever you want, you can put. That can be seen by your customers. Okay. You can give any name to that file, but giving, whatever name that you want, giving those names, not acceptable. I mean, you can give no problem, but that's not a good practice. I'll tell you the reason. See, we have a festival, right? After 2 to 3 days, Dashra is there. And we have a Ramjan festival is there, Christmas, New Year and all these things. Is there any mandatory rule that we need to celebrate these festivals? No, right? We don't have any mandatory. Is there any government rule that, hey, if you don't celebrate, you'll be, penalized? Is there any rule? No. But why are we celebrating? It's a good practice. Okay, our ancestors, they followed that. Now we are taking this culture, tradition, and we are taking this one to next generations, right? Correct or not? That's it. Since everyone is doing, that's why we are also doing. Got it? In a simple terms. Here also same thing. You can give any name, but that's not a good practice. Everyone is giving name to that file called index.html. Since everyone is giving that name, better you also give that. If you change the name of the file, still it works. But why you should not change the file name? Because everyone in the world, they know that index file means it is a web related file having some web content. Suddenly if you change the file name, they don't know what is the file. They might delete that file. They might do unnecessary fingering to that file. But if you give index name, they will understand that, hey, this is a web related file. We should not disturb it. Got it? That is. Understand it? So here also same thing. Suppose if any patient is there, you can use any vehicle to take the patient to hospital. But why we use ambulance only? Because everyone know that, hey, ambulance means patient is there. So we should give clear route. Okay, that's all, right? Here also same thing. You can give any name, but better to give index.html only. Okay. Now let's create that file. Let me put any content. How to do that? Simple. Echo. Echo is one command, guys. Echo. In double quotes, you can put something like hi. In hilly areas, if you say loudly something, that will be repeated, right? What you say, that's what we call echo, right? So here also same thing, we have a command echo. After echo, whatever you type, you'll get the same output. Now press enter. What is the output? Hi. For example, echo hello. Press enter. What is the output? After echo, whatever you will get the same output. Now here what I'm doing, echo my Google. What's the output? My Google only. See, when I press enter, you'll get my Google only. Correct? You can see. Now what I'm doing echo my Google. What here I'll do, I don't want this output. When I press enter, whatever output that I get, that I want to redirect to one file called index.html. That means when I press enter here, whatever output I get, I want to redirect that output to one file called index.html. This is what redirections mean. Now you might be thinking, Sai, we don't have this file yet. We haven't created this one yet. No problem, guys. This command, first it creates this file, then it will put this content inside the file. That is how it works. That means by running one command, I'm creating this file and I'm redirecting this output into this file. This is what we call redirection symbol. Greater than is there, right? Greater than. That is what we call redirection symbol. Now press enter. Your file is ready. How to verify ls? ls is to see the list. ls means list. List of files and directories will be displayed. Now enter. You can see it is showing that, hey, you have a file called index.html. Inside that file, I have content called mygroup. Right? Okay. So second thing is over. Third one, we need to start service. To start service, we are going to use this command. Service httpd start. Service httpd start to start service. Now press enter. So whatever web package name is there at httpd, you will get service with the same. Now press enter. Don't worry about the output, what it is showing. Don't worry about that. That you will understand in Linux class. So we have started service. Now why we have given one more command here? That is, right now service is running fine. That's fine. But today, if I stop this server after this class, if I stop this server, service will be stopped. Tomorrow I'm going to start this server again. When I start, service won't get started. I'm repeating. When I stop server, service will be stopped. But when I start this server, service won't get started automatically. That means after every restart, you have to run this command manually to start service. But that's a big headache, right? So what I want after every restart of my machine, service should be started automatically. Okay, service should be started automatically. So for that, we are running this command. That is check config httpd on. So when you run this command will make sure that after every time you restart your instance, service will be started automatically. Okay. That's it. Don't worry about output as of now. That's it. Over. Okay. So we are ready with our web server. Got it? Now successfully we converted this Linux instance into a web server. So right now it is my web server. Got it? Okay. Now what I'm going to do now? This is my web server. Inside web package is there. I created a file. I put some content and I started service. Right? Now this instance is having an IP address or DNS. This I'm going to give to you. When you use this IP or DNS, when you type in your laptop or phone, you should be able to see, you should be able to access my website. That means it should be something like this. Assume that this is your laptop. When you type IP or DNS here in your address bar, IP or DNS, the request from your laptop will come to my server, will load the page, response will go. Then you can see this content, that my Google and all, that you should be able to see in your browser. That is how it should work. So let's verify whether it is working fine or not. Okay. Now see, select that instance. What I'll do, I'll give IP address. So you can see a public IP before. Later on in network class, I will talk about private IP, all those things clearly. As of now, I'm going to take public IP. Okay, I have copied. Now here I'm going to paste here. You paste like this. I'm pasting, I'm typing as a new user in a new window. Okay, so when I press enter, immediately here I should be able to see my Google. What I'll do, I'll paste in your chartboard so that you can try, guys. Okay, let me show you. See, I have pasted in your chartboard. Now what you do, try using this IP and do let me know what output you are getting. You should be able to see my Google everywhere. Okay, try and let me know. I'm waiting for your response. Okay, please verify that everyone.
It is not accessing.
It is not, it is working or not?
It's not working.
What about others? Others?
No, it's not working.
It's not working?
It's not working.
It's keep on loading.
Yeah, guys, you're right. So don't try now because it will not work. It will not work. Why? Because there is something else that we need to do. Even for me also, see, I'm acting like a new user. Enter. It is not working. It will not work. Why? Because there is something else that we need to do. So that is what ports. Today you'll understand the actual purpose of port. Okay. See here, what actually we did, this is my laptop. I have opened SH ports. Through SH, I entered inside my laptop. I executed all these commands, correct? Through SSH, I entered all these commands. Now what you are doing, this is your laptop. Okay, let's take name here. So you are typing this IP address here. This server side. So your request is going like this, but your request got blocked here. Your request got blocked here. Why? Because we did not open respective port. We did not open that related port. So what is that port we have to open? HTTP. The port number is 80. But don't remember the number, just remember HTTP. You have to open a port called HTTP, both incoming as well as outgoing. Then your request will come like this, load the page, and response will go like this. Then you can see the web content. So SSH port we open so that we can enter into instance, we can run some commands. But browser request will go through port HTTP. Okay, HTTP port will accept browser requests. See, you have a room. For normal people, you keep one door. For VIPs, you keep one door. So you won't allow normal people to come through VIP door, right? VIP entrance, correct or not? That is only for VIPs. Like that's a special, reserved kind of. So here also, browser requests will come through HTTP port only. But we did not open that port. That's why your request is not going inside my server. So if it is not going, means it can't load the page, response cannot go outside, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open HTTP port. So how to do that? Simple. This is your instance. Yeah, here you can see security, right? Click on security. Guys, when you select your instance, then only you can see this. Click on instance. Yeah, now go to security. If you scroll down, you can see security groups. Remember, we have given name called Linux security group, right? So let me open in a new tab. Okay. Now scroll down. You can see edit inbound rules. Edit inbound rules. Yeah. So we have opened only SH only. While launching itself, we opened. Now add one more rule. Add rule. Here, select HTTP. HTTP. And here make it anywhere. Anywhere IPv4. What is IPv4? What is IPv6? My IP and all. I'll be explaining clearly in network class, because that's one dedicated class where I will talk about ports, IP address, reserved IP address, subnet mask, public IP, private IP, all these things. Okay. As of now, just open HTTP port, make it anywhere so that everyone should be able to access. See here, group of ports dealing with security. That's why we call security group. Got it? Okay. Now we have open port. Now save it. Just click here, save changes. That's it. We have open port. Okay. Now try and let me know, guys, whether it is working fine or not. Just hit refresh. Use the same IP. Hit refresh. Please respond. Is it working now?
Yes, it's working.
Yes.
For everyone?
Yes.
Others?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, it should work. It should work. Let me show you.
My
Here
local
also.
output showing.
Right. So here also, for me also, you can see when I press enter, what is this? In fact, it works everywhere. See, my mobile also, I'll show you. It works everywhere. What is IP? 13.222. Sorry, 232, right? 136. 178. Yeah. You can see. Right? So that is how it works. I don't know where you are sitting. You could be in India, you could be in abroad, you could be anywhere. See, some students are there from abroad. Guys, is there anyone who is attending from any other country who is not in India? Is there anyone in this class? No one? Okay. So, okay, I don't know where you are sitting, but see, irrespective of your geographical location, anyone can access. That means in this world, whoever uses this IP, they can able to see my Google. Okay. So what we do, instead of giving this IP, I'll purchase one domain name like sai.com, like google.com, facebook.com. I'll attach that domain name that we call domain names that I attach to this IP. So when you type sai.com, suppose if I purchase sai.com, then you can see my Google. The same way, when you type google.com, you can see their Google. That is so. This is Google's web page. This is my web page. Simple. So here what I do, I add in that file, I add some more colors, images and all. All right. So all those things we can get so that we can create a beautiful website. Everyone in the world can able to access. Okay, that is all. So SSH port we used to go inside machine and to run some commands. HTTP port, we used to accept browser requests. Okay, they go through HTTP port only. Got it? That is so. So this is how we create our own web servers. Understood? So in upcoming classes, we are going to do it in Windows also. It is a little bit different in Windows. That also we are going to see. Got it? Now you might be thinking, Sai, HTTP is fine. Then what about one more port, that is HTTPS? What is HTTPS? The port number is 443. This I am going to explain in tomorrow's class clearly. Okay, with examples and all, I'll explain clearly. Okay, HTTPS. But what I want you to remember is today, see here, for me it is showing not secure, correct? For me it is showing not secure. But for Google, it is showing secure. You can see log symbol, right? Secure. Suppose here, when I copy this IP address, when I copy, if I paste here, if I paste here, you can see it is showing HTTP, right? But if I copy Google's IP address, this domain name, if I copy and the same thing, if I paste here, for Google, it is showing HTTPS. Correct? For Google, it is showing HTTPS, but for me, it is showing only HTTP. Just remember that. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about HTTPS. Then I will explain the difference between these two. There, I will tell you why for me it is showing not secure, but why for Google and all it is giving log symbol. That you will understand in tomorrow's class, because today time won't be sufficient, right? That's it. Got it? And yeah, today what you'll get? Today you'll get one recorded video and those commands, whatever I have executed, and the theory document, what is WebServer and all, that complete theory document you will get. I'll keep those two, commands and theory, in one document, so that you'll get one PDF. Okay, one video and one document. Okay. That is it. And one more thing, guys, while practicing, while entering these commands, don't make any mistakes. Okay, don't make any mistakes. That means spaces, colons, slashes, see spaces, these slashes, colons, they are very, very important. Spaces, hyphens, don't make any mistakes. And also it is case sensitive. See here, you can't give uppercase letters. In this content you are giving, content you can give whatever content you want, but remaining should be in lowercase only. Okay. So these things you will understand when we talk about Linux. When I explain Linux, that time automatically you will understand, where to use space, where to use hyphen, colon and all. If you make any mistake here, things will not work. You can't see website. Any small mistake. If you are unable to see the website, that means somewhere you did some mistake, like spaces, colons, slashes, dots. Okay. So be careful while entering, just do it as it is. Okay. So when we finish Linux, then you will play with all these commands. You will understand what we have to keep, colon, slash and everything, automatically you will understand. Got it? Okay. And also once you finish your work, select your instance and don't forget to terminate. Here, go to instance state, terminate. That's a good practice. Okay. Fine. So that's it, guys, for today.